In third grade, I go by the name Cara Lee. And that's just bad timing because that's the year a cheesecake inspires one of the most famous ad jingles ever. Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee. And so the entire third grade adapts this into my personal anthem. Everybody hates Cara Lee. Because third graders are nothing if not direct. Because third graders are monsters. So I learned this at Monterey Highlands Elementary, where most of the kids are either Latino or Asian or white. So you'd think I'd fit in because I'm all three. But I don't, because I'm all three. So some kids just flat out ask me, what are you? So I tell them, I'm Mexican, Chinese, Irish, English, Swiss, French, and Cherokee. And they just stare like, weirdo, that wasn't a real question. And that's the thing, I not only look different, but I have zero instinct for fitting in. Like, I'm the kid who, after, always finish my work early, and then I just wander around class talking nonstop to all the other kids. Worse, I'm an only child, and so I spend way too much time hanging around adults, and I talk like a little grown-up, or at least I think I do. So here's what I mean. One day I tell my stepmom, you look just like an angel. And she says, why do you say that? I said, well, because you have blonde hair and blue eyes, and she reminds me of the little ceramic angels in my bedroom, and I think it's a compliment. But she says, well, that's prejudice. And then she and my father, a Hispanic politician, give me a lecture on racism, which I then generously pass on to my classmates at school. And so I explain to them that angels come in all colors and that it's wrong to judge people by their differences. But most important, I'm not prejudiced because I have a crush on Howard. And not only is he one of the cutest boys in class, but he's also the only Jewish kid, and he's best friends with the only black kid. And so then one of the girls loudly announces my crush on Howard in front of witnesses because I told her to. And Howard reacts by crushing my head in the coat closet door, not because he likes me too, but because clearly the only way to shut up this insufferable 8-year-old wannabe activist is attempted murder. That's not the worst of it. So every day, all year, for the entire third grade, I avoid going to the school bathroom because that's where the bullies lie in wait for kids like me. And so every day when I get home, I have to pee really bad. And I'm a latchkey kid. So I end up just running circles around the driveway, holding my crotch because I can't quite get my hand into the mail slot to get my hide key so I can get in and rush to the bathroom. And one day, a trio of Mexican girls follows me home to witness this ritual, and their response is to threaten to beat me up. And the silent muscle of the group is Irma, biggest bully in third grade. Irma, like picture a 4-foot-tall, barrel-chested prize fighter in pigtails. And I suggest to her, you can beat up way more kids if you befriend me, and then you can beat up all the kids who pick on me. And she takes the deal. And Irma one day invites me to her home. And I am stunned when I go inside and there's not any furniture at all. This girl has nothing. And she gives me a shy smile. And I realize that she's trusting me with a secret. And I don't tell a soul. And Irma never beats me up again. But even Irma cannot save me from the Bluebirds. So that's the name of the fascist all-girls organization that my stepmom forces me to join so that I can finally fit in. And this is doomed from the start because, well, first of all, Bluebirds are junior Campfire Girls, and who ever heard of them? I want to be a Girl Scout, more specifically, a brownie. And brownies wear little brown uniforms, and they all blend in. Bluebirds wear red, white, and blue, and I just know, even at that tender age, that wrapping weirdo me in the colors of the American flag and parading me around is just gonna backfire. And through some perverse reasoning, one of the most popular girls in school also decides to join the Bluebirds. She becomes a Bluebird. Her name is Deborah, and Deborah has blonde hair and blue eyes, but she's no angel. She tells all the kids that I have cooties, which used to mean, lice, but now just means the kid who gets hit first in dodgeball. And she's best friends with Cheryl, this little Asian, very pretty little Asian girl, very sweet. And one day, when Deborah, the alpha Bluebird, is not around, Cheryl pulls me aside to confide in me. Cara, I actually like you. I just don't hang around you because I don't want the other kids to think I'm weird. And what am I supposed to say? Thank you? But I get it. Where Deborah goes, Cheryl follows. Which is too bad because my stepmom insists. So once a week, the Bluebird meeting is at Deborah's house. And my stepmom insists I walk home from school with Deborah, but I can't because Deborah walks with Cheryl hand in hand, and they order me to stay far, far behind them. You're too close, get back. People are gonna think you're with us. And it's not like I wanna be with them. Campfire Girls is lame. There's no camping, there's no fire, there are girls, but there's no wilderness skills. No, we do things like learn to make macaroni art or how to set the table for dinner, really. So then comes Christmas, and the Bluebirds have a Christmas gift exchange, and everybody brings a wrapped present, and we pull numbers out of a hat so that we can pick a random gift. And it's supposed to be anonymous, except I overhear Deborah whisper to Cheryl, pick the one with the Santa Claus paper because I bought it for you. And I pray, please God, let me get picked before Cheryl. And I do, and I march straight for the Santa Claus wrapping paper, and I hug that box to me, and I go back, and I smile real big at Deborah and Cheryl, just so they'll know that I know. And they glare at me with such fury that it just makes me more ecstatic because they can't touch me. If they tattle, they're gonna get in trouble for trying to play favorites, right? And what else are they gonna do to me? Beat me up, tell the other kids not to play with me? Please. Okay, so I open the package very slowly because I know Cheryl is watching, and even though I have no instinct for fitting in, I have a great instinct for torture. And so I open it and reveal it's the doll that's on every girl's Christmas list that year. She's called Baby Thumbelina. And all the girls, for the first time, crowd in really close to me, and I'm just eating up the envy in their voices. They're like, oh, that is so cute, you're so lucky. And I am, because it's this purple plastic tulip that opens to reveal a tiny purple doll with purple hair. Her hair even smells purple. But to me, Baby Thumbelina smells like the sweet perfume of revenge. I'd like to tell you that the tears in Cheryl's eyes that day taught me a lesson like, revenge is hollow or pettiness never pays. But no, I loved Baby Thumbelina until I was way too old for dolls. Today, when the occasional jerk excludes me, the clues are a lot subtler. And today, I know that revenge is childish, but sometimes, just sometimes, I miss the smell of Baby Thumbelina. And so a word to the wise. Everybody doesn't like something, but nobody doesn't like Cara Lee. Thank you.
Cara Lopez Lee, ladies and gentlemen.